Hey everyone, welcome to another video by Pythonpool. Let's continue with our Matplotlib series in Python in today's video. Matplotlib, as you know, it is a great module in Python for data visualization, working with graphs, whether it is a text graph or equation graph. The Matplotlib is always useful for it. Today we see some of the mathematical operations or expressions in Python, how we define graph according to our mathematical operations, and we use these operations on our graph, whether printing it or comparing it or defining the particular shapes with it. We'll be using the par symbols or the underscore symbols for a specific subscripts or superscripts, and the dollar sign encapsulating the equation into the dollar sign so that Python would understand that the user is going to declare an expression from a particular extent to a particular extent. Okay, so let's see this type of graph in Python. Okay, let's import the required packages. First of all, the pyplot package, so matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and then I'm going to import the numpy package as np. And after importing the packages, I'm just going to start the process. So let's call the arrange function and give a particular range that should be 0.0 to 2.0 with gap of 0.01. Okay, so that's it. And then I'm just going to define a graph for the sine function according to the formula I just gave, that is 2 into np dot pi into t. So this is my condition for the sine graph, and then I'm just going to give the title to the graph. So let's call the title function title, and let's set the title as $\alpha. Alpha means the alpha sign. So basically what Python would execute would be nothing but the alpha sign, and /beta would be the beta sign. And then I end the dollar here, so the Python understand that I'm going to print the equation here, and the / it could understand that it is a sign. Okay, so I'm just going to set the title as alpha is greater than beta, and then I'm just going to render it as text. So same this, just copy this one, and it requires a bit of change so I'm just going to copy it, paste it right here, and change the alpha beta to alpha I beta I. So alpha underscore I and the beta underscore I, and after declaring it as a text, I'm just going to plot it. So let's plot t and s, the functions which we gave, and I'm just going to set the title of the graph. Right now I've set the title for the axis, and now I'm just going to set the title of the graph. So let's copy this R statement. That's what I'm just going to get as title. So let's copy it here, paste it right here, and after that I'm just going to set the font size as 20. That would be great. Let's set the font size as 20. And after this, now let's give some texts to the graph. So let's call the text function as we saw, and the text size, no, x-axis it would be 0.6, the y-axis position it would be 0.6, and then once again I'm just going to define the equation. So let's define it as encapsulated in dollar. So dollar /mathcal, sorry, mathcal, then mathcal would be the a, and then once again the /mathrm, it would be the sign, and then after the sign equation, so let's give the sign equation as that is 2 /omega t. That's what I want to print as equation. So I end the dollar sign here, and let's set the font size once again 20. standard font size for this program. Once again, I want to give the text, so let's copy it, and we'll be requiring some changes, so we'll be changing it. Just copy, paste. It would be at 0.1 at the x and minus 0.5 at the y. So minus of 0.5 at the y, and the equation would be square root of 2. So let's remove this, and we'll square root of 2. So sqrt of 2. That's what we want. And let's set the font size as 10. Okay, that's it. I'm done with the text. Now I'm just going to give the x and y label and show the graph. So plt dot set x label. Let's set the x label as time in seconds. So let's give the seconds here, and same as the y label. So I'm just going to copy it, paste it right here, and set it as y label, and it would be volts. So let's change the content. So volts, and the unit is millivolt. That's it. Now I'm just going to call the show function to show our graph. That's it. Let's hit save. Let's see if it runs perfectly fine. And yes, you could see it runs perfectly fine, just as we saw in the presentation. Now, after seeing the mathematical expressions in Matplotlib, we are proceeding to images in Matplotlib. So what we are going to do, we are going to give a single image to a Python, and what we demand that, hey Python, print the mirror image or save the mirror image of the given image. So that's a pretty easy program for the Matplotlib. It just requires 3 to 4 lines, and boom, your work is done. So let's see how we could define the program for these type of images. Okay, my file is ready. Now I'm just going to import the required packages, that is pyplot package first of all as plt, then import the numpy package also as np, and then I'm also going to use mp image package, which is inside the image module in Matplotlib. So import matplotlib.image as mp image. Okay, these are the required packages for the day. Now I'm just going to get the source image from the user. So I'm just going to call this mp image function, and then I'm just going to say that, hey mp image, read the image and pass the name of the image that is present inside the images directory, and the name of the image is 3.png as per my data. Don't use blindly, if you don't have any images folder, if you don't have a 3.png image named in your directory, it is not going to work. So don't follow it blindly. It is just a directory or the image name as per my datas, as per my system. It could be different for your systems. So please check before you write your program. Now I'm just going to save the im, or just call the imsave function and save the mirror image as the name of 8.png. So this would be the name for my image. And what is it? It is an image. So I'm just going to give the property as image. Then I'm just going to set the CMAP value as gray. Okay. And the origin would be the lower. So origin would be lower. And after that, I'm just going to call the imshow function. So my image would be saved at the particular directory. Fine. Okay, let's give the path to the directory where we want to save the image. So if I am getting the image from the images directory, I'm going to save that image to the images directory, and just call the imshow function and pass the image value. So what I want to save, I want to save this type of image, the mirror image of this type of image. Okay, so that's it. That's what we want from this function. Okay, let's save this in another variable. Let's call the variable as image plot. So this would be our image plot. Let's hit save. Let's see if it works perfectly fine. Okay, it says the attribute error. So where we got the attribute error? Okay, we got the attribute error because there is no read function. It is im read function. Just a silly mistake, guys. Okay, so let's run. Let's see if it runs perfectly fine. If it is automatically executed, it means we need to check our directory if there is any image in the directory. So let's go to the images. Let's see if there is image. Yes, 8.png, and which is the mirror image of our given image. What was our image? Let me show you our image. What was our image? We got 3.png as the image. So this was our initial image, and what we got this type of image, directly the mirror type of the above one. So you saw how we converted our image to a mirror image just by 6 lines of code, importing 3 packages, writing 3 lines of logic for that, and boom, we are done with that. Okay, there are certain transforms in matplotlib which could be used with the datas or the axis or any figure in the Python, whether we are working with the text in matplotlib or whether we are working with the images. There are certain set of properties which we need to give to the matplotlib functions, or we pass it as default values. So first of all, it is the trans data. We are going to pass the x limit and the y limit in this code in the coordinate system of the matplotlib. Second is the trans axis. We need to define which type of axis we want. If we want a coordinate plane axis, or we want the axis to be shown as the left one should be the x-axis and the bottom one should be the y-axis. So we could define it as per our convenience. Trans figure, just as the axis, we could define the figure also. And display none would be nothing but if we don't want to display a certain set of things, we set the display as none, because by default display has a property. So setting it as none would change that, automatically override that, and we got our desired values or desired data. So that's it. It was a great topic, but very simple, very easy topic, and very short topic too. So that's it from this video. Hope you're having a great day ahead. Thank you.
Let it go, make my body go. Take our bodies high.